Wonder about the future and how you'll be working and learning? Welcome to You in 2042, the future of work, with your host, Danielle Wallace.
Hello and welcome to You in 2042, the future of work. Joining me today is Phil Kotacka.
So, hi, Phil Kotacka. I've been in the learning field for the past 20 years. Currently working with Sun Life, and I'm looking forward to our chat today.
From the start of your career to now, there's been so much change.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And if you look out into the future, what do you think the future may bring?
I mean, if you had asked me this question a little over a year ago, I'd probably give you a different take. But I think that, what we've seen, especially with the advent of COVID, is that there are so many unpredictable factors. And I think there has been this kind of growing need in terms of people being able to pivot and develop new skills. And so on that topic, I think that the real development in the learning space will be how we can look at supporting skills. When I started back in the early 2000s, I learned about the Drotter leadership pipeline and how that all feeds into the competency models. While the competency model still has its place in organizations, we're moving more towards a sort of skills-based, call it marketplace, if you will, where organizations are going to be really zeroing in on individuals for their skills. So that will happen internally in organizations and externally. I mean, right now we're hearing all about gig workers. What I've heard from colleagues in the industry is that you can basically teach anyone a skill. Say, if I wanted to learn how to program, then there are a lot of resources out there that can be curated through the LMS. I could probably teach myself some kind of basic skills around how to do that. You're going to have a lot of individuals, both internally and externally, diverse individuals with diverse skill sets that will be brought onto teams that'll be working together collaboratively. Organizations will probably become a lot more flat in terms of how they're structured. That will probably look at moving away from a hierarchical model to this more flat model of cross-functional teams working together. And while that's taking place, I still see that there will be an increased need for basic behavioral training, the ways in which we can collaborate with one another, emotional intelligence, the ability to coach colleagues, the ability to ask for and provide feedback. I mean, these seem like really simple skill sets, but that's missing. And certainly what I hear from colleagues and friends in the industry is that, as some of these organizations are experimenting with gig marketplaces or working on agile teams, there's this gap in some of these basic behaviors that really sometimes prevent a team from working effectively.
I love the unique insights. This whole idea of moving away from a competency-based model to a skills-based marketplace model where people can self-learn skills.
Yeah.
So the L&D need isn't there. The L&D need is, once these individuals are brought together, is the skills to actually collaborate, give feedback, actually function as a project team.
It goes back to how can we best deliver those the soft skills training, right? I know that there are e-learnings, and who knows, what future technology will be there to support that as well. But I think really a lot of that can only happen through like a facilitator-led, instructor-led training events. There's definitely technology is going to play a role. as we move forward. So you're going to have your chat bots, your AI coaches that will nudge you here and there, and maybe ask you how you're doing, and perhaps curate some materials for you. But at the same time, I don't think that technology will be a replacement for how we can develop those people skills.
So in this future world where there is more tech, there is no replacement for the humans to teach other humans some of these core human skills.
Like Siri or like Hey Google and whatnot. Like when they first started out years ago, it was just really basic, rudimentary. But now the AI is learning. And so, who knows where the technology there will go? So as AI will be able to automate things for us and probably make workflows a lot easier for us, the focus will be on how we can develop those interpersonal skills.
And then with that, what do you think learning and development can do to help with this?
Learning practitioners really have to constantly relearn, essentially. I think that's probably one of the most important takeaways right there.
Bill, thank you so much for those unique insights. This has been such a pleasure. Thank you.